Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from the Daddy Matt Experience channel. I'm your host, Daddy Matt, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's right. As you guys all know, in my last video on Monday, I was talking about two different games that I was deciding on whether or not buying with my birthday money, and today it's been a little busy dealing with a lot of different stuff going on. So that's why this video is coming out later than expected because of stuff going on um, and whatnot. So that's why this video is coming out later than normally. But as long as I get a video out for all my lovely Daddy Matt Army followers, the troops belonging to the Daddy Matt Army, as long as I get a video out to you, that's at least you guys are getting the content on the days that you deserve: Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But yeah, I finally got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I was, you know, thinking about Rebirth of Souls or Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I looked at the reviews for Rebirth of Souls. It seemed like it was kind of all over the place and just didn't sound like a good game. My friend said he didn't really care for it. He said he liked Dragon Ball Sparking Zero better. And I was looking at the reviews for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and they seem pretty good. I looked on GameStop, my local GameStop website, and it said that it was employees' favorites, so that was kind of good to see. And then the reviews were fairly good on it. It seems like a lot of people have, for both games, have stated issues with online play and whatnot. I think like player versus player online. I'm not really an online person. I always just play like single player, story mode, all that stuff. I never really play online and or multiplayer and stuff like that and whatnot. So yeah, but the latest comment, or not comment, latest review I looked at, the person said that they liked everything about the game except for the story. But with a lot of games, the story is not going to be sort of heavily focused on. It's more of the gameplay, the flashiness, the moves, the characters, and all that jazz because it's a fighting game. But not every fighting game has a bad story though. But for Dragon Ball, as we all know, um, story can be good, story can be bad depending on what you're watching, Dragon Ball wise. But as long as the characters are good, as long as the characters play and do what they're supposed to do, that's good with me. In the graphics, if the graphics are good, and all that jazz. It actually downloaded it pretty quickly, which is nice. But I don't have a lot of games on my Xbox, so I think that's why it didn't download slowly, because I don't have a lot of. I have a bunch of like storage on my Xbox for downloading games and stuff, or installing games. But yeah, it downloaded. It only took like 20 minutes maybe. Like, it didn't take that long. It was actually going by pretty quickly. But I bought the game pre-owned, since Dragon Ball Sparking Zero came out like in October of 2024, so it's been out for like nine months, if I'm doing the math correctly, 9 months or so. So a little over half a year it's been out. So I got the game pre-owned, so it only costed me like $50, which is not bad. I just went to my local GameStop in town and got it and whatnot, and did some other errands with my mom. Um, so that's why, today's been kind of busy. So that's why I apologize for this video coming out later than usual. But yeah, I got the game. I might play it. I don't know. I might catch up with a few things and stuff. So I'm glad I got the game. I'm glad I made the right choice. I didn't think Rebirth of Souls, based on what I read, was going to be too enjoyable. People didn't like the story mode and that game either. It was pretty much, they just didn't like a lot of the aspects of the Rebirth of Souls game. But hopefully in the future, if another Bleach game comes out, hopefully that is, hopefully, um, more love is put into that game than Rebirth of Souls. but I enjoy Dragon Ball as well, and I've played Dragon Ball games in the past, and I've enjoyed Dragon Ball games. Kakarot is pretty good. I played that, and other um anime related games and whatnot. But it's kind of sad that a Bleach game comes out and it's not as good as we all hoped it was. I haven't played it personally myself, Rebirth of Souls, but it just sounded like people didn't really enjoy the gameplay, the story, or really anything. But for Sparking Zero, it seemed like a lot of people enjoyed the gameplay. People didn't really care for the story mode, but I don't really care about the story as long as I can play the game and it's fun, and I like playing games where it's like it's hard to put it down because you're having so much fun. And obviously it's probably better if you play with friends and whatnot, but you want the game where it's worth the money, not overly priced, not overly hyped up. You kind of want a game to be the underdog, but some games you just know they're going to be good, and some games you can just tell there's a lot of you know push towards it, and it ends up not being what people expected, and that's obviously sad because I feel like back in the day, games used to be exciting. People used to wait outside GameStop and other game stores for hours just to get a game, but now that's almost like a pretty much a dying feature, pretty much a dying aspect of social life. And that's sad. And I don't know for brand new games. I don't know if GameStop in the past used to hand out like posters and stuff. I don't know if they do that anymore, but I wasn't expecting to get a poster because the game's been out for 9 months. So, um, but yeah, I feel like that's a dying thing too. I've never seen posters being handed out um, for new games, but I don't know. I've never gone on an exact day of when a game's coming out, and you know waited in a long line and stuff, because I know for a lot of people they probably just pre-order the game online or just pre-order at the store and then just wait till it comes out, and then just you have it right on your Xbox if you do it digitally, or you walk into the store and you have the game and they just give it to you. Um, but yeah, it's kind of a lost thing that used to be special. A lot of things used to be special when we were younger, and over the years that's kind of died. And games have gotten worse and not have gotten better. There are those games that bring us hope, but then there's those games that are overhyped, overpriced, and honestly not worth it. And I didn't want to buy a game that I wasn't gonna have fun with. Um, and I feel like if I got Rebirth of Souls, I be um, wouldn't be excited. So, and I'm disappointed as a Bleach fan that the game is not as good as it should be. But Sparking Zero, I'm probably gonna play it after I get done making this video for you guys. Maybe not. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow. But well, on Friday I might make a review of what I like about the game and stuff. Maybe its strong points and weak points. Um, I'm gassing it up right now. um, but yeah, I'm yapping too much in this video. But I'm glad I made the choice of getting Sparking Zero. Is the summary of this video. And this video shouldn't be 9 minutes long, but I'm yapping too much because I like Dragon Ball and Bleach. And the Bleach game, Rebirth of Souls, deserves better. The people deserve better. No matter if you like Bleach or not, you like fighting games in general, that game deserves better. And it should have gotten the care it needed. But I'm excited for Sparking Zero. But yeah, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials that are linked in the About Me section of this channel, like my Discord and my Instagram. Go show some love and support to my boy Willie D and my Clicked Off Matt Inspiration Victor Uzetto. Both of their channels are also linked in the About Me section of this channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get notified for whenever I upload my next video, which will be coming out on Friday. And yeah, in Friday's video, like I said, I might make a review of what I think about the game. And yeah, I will see you guys all then. Peace. Kamehameha. I'm about to bust.